Welcome back, awesome Ashley fans and subscribers. I have got here a Marvel Universe Black Knight. He wasn't cheap, unfortunately, but I've been after him for a while. He's quite difficult to get. He looks pretty awesome looking in there, except his sword has got a really bad bend, which maybe you can't see just about. You can see in the camera there. But he looks rather cool. I probably shouldn't have paid as much as I did because you could just build him from other figures quite easily, but I do like the look of that. He does look rather cool. On the back it says, donning a black helm and riding under a shroud of mystery, Sir Percy of Scandia heroically defended the realm of the legendary King Arthur. His enchanted blade was forged by Merlin from material found in a meteorite. As long as he wields it, he remains invincible to enemy attacks. Then it shows Alpha Flight, Omega Red, and Nightcrawler from the same line, Marvel Universe, and then collect them all, blah, 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 blah. Again, really nice backing to the card, makes you excited for other releases and figures in the line. Looks pretty cool in there. As much as I want to keep him in there, I'm going to open him up because I really want to play with him, and plus it's a review channel. So let's open up this figure and take a look. Okay, so God, that sword is that's a really flimsy, it's really big. Look at that. You can kill people around corners. That is a really flimsy sword, but it does look quite nice. I would be tempted to make a cart of that in resin to get a stronger sword, but I'd have to get it straight first. I'm going to just cast a bent sword, which looked pretty silly. It looks quite cool, but that is just way too flimsy. He looks cool. He does it nice. Let's get him out of this plastic prison. Yeah. Why they put the capes through plastic of a hole too small for the cape is beyond me. Should make it so it's quite easy to get out, but still secure, not just difficult to get out, because if youngsters want to get these sort of toys in that's aimed for adults, it's not going to be great for them. He does look rather dashing, rather good, and his sword does fit in the scabbard rather nicely. Okay, so he's got this great looking sculpt to him. I'm not sure about the paint work, so I'm not sure about the character. His head looks a bit like the Rocketeer. You know, that little fin he can steer where he's going if he's flying through the air. Cape is a bit big, it's movable but not wide, it's plastic, it's going to overbalance him backwards, ta-da, which may be an issue, but that can be taken off and changed if need be, which will probably be the case. Let's have a look at his articulation. So he gets left and right in his head very, very nicely. He gets a cape gets in the way. Okay, so he does get a down and up, but it's quite small, but no real side to side. Okay, let me pop off the head. Just a single ball joint. Pop it back on again. Okay, so standard Marvel Universe body, but with that paint work and that head, he does look quite cool. And it's nice that the sword and scabbard, or the scabbard, is on a belt, which is removable, so you can add two different figures. So shoulders, he gets your 180 standard. Swivel on the biceps, he'll get again about 90 degrees. If the gloves weren't quite so big, he might get a slightly more than that. He has the trunk, pretty good on the forwards, backwards on the trunk, but there is no waist. Decent hip joints from Hasbro, please, thank you. He gets a decent sort of splits that way. Forwards, he's good. Backwards, the sculpt gets in the way, so it's pretty appalling. Double kneecap. He gets a pretty cool bend there, but again, the boot sculpt gets in the way. But these are pretty cool boots for doing pirates and so forth. There is a turn where the boot connects. His ankles, there's two. Tippy toes is okay. The Michael Jackson forwards is pretty damn good. And the feet don't turn, but the boot does. There is no rock on there. He's pretty cool. How does he hold his sword? Hands, sorry, there is no articulation in the hands, which is a pity, but the forearms do turn. Sword is just a shame because it's so flimsy. Hands appear to be mirror. No, they're not mirror images. I stand corrected by myself. They're very similar, but not quite a mirror image as from what I can see here. This one, the fingers are slightly more in, these three fingers, than on this one. He holds his sword particularly well, I should hope, since he was holding it in the box. Let's have a look. Yeah, not great to be fair. Thought he'd hold it nicer than that. But it's actually quite easy to pose, despite not having the ankle rock there. That sword is really winding me up. Look at that bend, and that's ridiculous. He is a nice figure, not worth the money I paid. Having said that, I did want it for quite a while, so I'm not going to be, you know, not going to be depressed over anything like that. So I'm glad I got him. I did see him a couple of times loose on eBay, but again, at the price they wanted loose for him, I could have got him almost brand new, so I just went for the brand new one. I may pick up another one loose if I can. Well, I definitely will pick up another one loose if I can find him cheap in the future. He is a cool looking figure. That head is particularly nice. You want to do a Rocketeer custom, that's probably one of the best heads to start with. You're going to make a cast of it, or to use the head and repaint it, but with the price you may pay, probably worth making a copy. He is pretty damn nice, and those lower legs again are great for doing pirates and so forth. I think they're the same feet we see in quite a few of the Marvel figures, which is nice, sort of a buccaneer sort of look. The cloak is pretty nice too. Good for doing some sort of Stephen Strange stuff. It may be a repeat cloak, I don't know. But again, if he wears that, it's just going to overbalance him backwards because it's got quite a bit of weight to it. So he's always been in a forwards leaning position. There we go. He'll always be in a forwards leaning position or some sort of pose if he's got that cloak on, to help counterbalance. Even that cloak can help him stand up because he's on the ground there by his front foot. But it's not bad. I would prefer maybe a darker shade or some inking or colouring on the cloak just to make it look a bit more authentic or a bit more realistic perhaps. Again, he's got overbalance. Cool figure. Shame about the sword being so flimsy and floppy, but having the scabbard on a belt that can be removed is a really nice feature, and that head sculpt is really quite nice. It also looks a little bit like a I can't remember the name. One of the comic pack double figure packs. Which one was it? Captain Marvel and the Scree, maybe. I think maybe it was like one of those Scree hats a little bit. I can't remember if that's the figure I'm thinking of, but it looks a bit similar to that as well, perhaps. But it is a nice figure. Just shame about the sword, really, and the price you have to pay to get a brand new one these days because they're quite sought after and hard to get. This is Awesome Action Toys signing out, saying please like, share, and subscribe. I'll be back soon with more Awesome Action videos for you. Stay happy and keep collecting. Bye bye.